Okay, so we have a 15-inch MacBook Pro here. We're going to turn it on. See the light turns on. But what we notice here are lines in the screen. You can see lines in the Apple here. And the system is attempting to boot. So we're going to let it start up. See what we find. This is a very typical chipset issue, memory-based chipset issue. So we do see it booting up. But we know that there, especially on these 15 and 17 inches units, there are two different kind of chipsets. You have a board sitting over here. I'll reach and get it while this is booting. Just put this right here. So this is going to be your extended video card right here. That's going to be the NVIDIA chipset. That's going to be your i-series processor, a 5 or a 7. Then that's going to be your Intel HD 3000 or 6000 chipset. And then this is going to be a secondary low-level process controller chipset. So in these units, you've got this chipset needs to be reflowed, this one, or this one. All three of them. So combination of this or this can be bad. This and this one and this one, but you never reflow this one because that's your processor. Now we see this unit's trying to start up, and it went for the Apple to the load screen, and we see that it's not actually turning on. So what we're going to do is break it down and reflow it and see where we go from there. But noticing that we have 1, 2, or 3 chipsets that we need to do, and we see that the unit turned itself off. When you push the power button, we see that it turned on and it went back directly to the same screen with the same lines. We're seeing the same lines, so we know that we'll turn this off, and we know that's our issue. So we need to take and reflow this machine and then see what happens from there. Okay, so we had this unit disassembled, and the first thing we see is we do have the NVIDIA chipset here. We have the Intel chipset here, and then underneath this speaker, if we can get a close up there, we see the third chipset. So most likely on this unit, it's going to need 2 or 3 chipsets reflowed, and that's exactly what we're going to end up doing. So we're going to take this fan off, take this heat shield off, take this speaker off, reflow these chipsets, and then replace the thermal compound, and then go from there and see what happens. Okay, so we're about to reflow our unit. First processor we're going to start with is the Intel processor. Then we'll move to the NVIDIA, and then last we'll move to that co-processor right there. But we're going to let this board heat up, reflow the one, switch it around, reflow the other one, then switch it around and reflow the last one. And then after that's done, we're going to let it sit, everything get tight, secure, nice and hard, and then put it back together and check the video on it and see where it goes. Okay, so we had the laptop put all back together and everything. We're gonna turn it on. You hear the chime, see the light, and we don't see any lines. There are no lines in the display. Now you'll see these little distortion lines. Those are frequencies, but we don't see any of the red lines across it. And we'll just wait till it starts up and see if it boots into the system or not. Just waiting for it to boot up here. It's going to take it a few minutes. Now with this is a new thing with Yosemite. It's got the bar on the bottom of it. Other systems have the pinwheel startup. It appears that we have the computer starting up. We got a background. Everything looks fine. See if it starts up, and yes, it does. So we have yes, date and time is reset. Shows everything else working on the system. So we're going to say that this unit is complete and ready to go.